What's up, guys? So Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. This is the 5th film in the Jurassic series. This one is directed by J.A. Bayona and once again stars Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard in the lead roles. The plot of this film, the basic story of the film, is the volcano on the island from the first film and the 4th film, Jurassic World. There is a volcano that is about to erupt. So, a rich man who owns this mansion decides to put out a little rescue party to put them on this like safe haven, you know, to give them a new island to live in, a new location, transfer the dinosaurs, save the dinosaurs. We can't just let them die because they are real creatures and they are alive and breathing. So that is the basic plot of the movie. And going into it, the trailers, they didn't have me excited to see this. I would say overall I was looking forward to seeing it, but I wasn't necessarily excited to see it, if that makes any sense. So I wasn't really expecting much going in, but leaving the theater, I'll say that Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is it's extremely disappointing, and it's quite frankly a poor excuse for a sequel. Now, Jurassic World, the film prior to this, I felt was a very fun, you know, action summer movie with, you know, characters that we could, you know, watch and be entertained by, even though there's really no arc to any of them. I mean, Bryce Dallas Howard's character kind of has, you know, her arc to how she has to, you know, now discover how to take care of her nephews, you know, and that whole bit of the film I really enjoyed. I don't think that's a perfect movie. I have it at about 4 out of 5 total. But this movie, I think it fails on so many levels. It's the sequel. We have the same characters. They should be developed more. And they're really not. You really learn nothing new about these characters. They're very generic. Bryce Dallas Howard's character, I feel, has really no progression in this movie, to where the movie starts to where the movie ends. I feel like she's in the same exact spot as she was, at least in the first film. She goes from, you know, this kind of businesswoman, and she gets into the action. You know, she has that kind of arc to her character, and I enjoyed that. In this film, the characters don't grow, and the screenplay, it's kind of embarrassingly bad. I think the first half of the movie, all the stuff that's on the island before the explosion, before the eruption, I think I wouldn't necessarily say worked 100%, but I was more engaged into. I was more entertained by, you know, because it's the stuff that we're kind of familiar with the series. The second half of the movie takes place in a mansion that I mentioned before. It gets extremely ridiculous, over-bloated with nonsense, and really just turns into a generic big action movie. And from that point to the time it ends, I was just kind of like, you know, they really took risks in the second half of the movie, which for me just failed completely. I think it's cartoony at times. The villains in this movie, the villain aspect of the film, completely one-dimensional. It's something we've seen 1,000 times before. There's nothing new, there's nothing original. And the side characters as well. There's this new character named Franklin, who works with Bryce Dallas Howard, an extremely annoying character that really has no growth. He's in the first half of the movie, then he sort of disappears, and then he appears again towards the end of it because they didn't know what to do with him, because he is so one note. He screams at everything, he's afraid of everything, he's one of those characters, and there's nothing else to him. The new young girl in the film, her character, she was okay. The actress was okay. She was giving a fine performance, but the way the character was written and just the overall story of the character and her sort of semi-backstory, if that's what you want to say, everything involving that didn't really work for me. Even though she was giving a good performance, I just feel like the script really just decided to throw things on the wall and see what sticks. And nothing involving this mansion or any of the characters in this mansion worked. at all for me. The visual effects, they're good, better than the last film, I think. I think they really, you know, the last movie, most of the effects worked, some of them didn't. In this film, a lot more of them worked, and a lot less of them didn't work. And I was really pleased by that. It was a very good film to look at. The cinematography is good, and J.A. Bayona's direction is good as well. He's directing the best he can with the script that he's given. It's just the screenplay is so bad, and the movie is so just generic and overbloated with nonsense that really doesn't have a heart. Michael Giacchino's score is good, but in the end of the day, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, it is the worst movie of the series in my opinion, and I'm going to give it 2 out of 5 stars. You can go to see this, you can be entertained by it, but if you actually start to try to sink your teeth into what you're actually being entertained by, it's actually kind of ridiculous, and it's just a big pile of nonsense. Guys, comment your thoughts. Do you plan on seeing Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? What do you think of the series? Also, you can subscribe to this channel. My reviews for Avengers Infinity War, Deadpool 2, Solo: A Star Wars Story, Incredibles 2, all up on this channel now. And guys, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The links to those are in the description of this video. And that's about it. Thank you very much for watching my review for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Over and out.